Okay, YouTube, I'm back, and today I'd like to talk to you about being a single female in an RV park, the RV life in general. I've been doing it for 11 years, and would I do it again if I had the choice to do it over? You bet your sweet Bippy I would. I love it, but I'm kind of an adventurous person, and I'd say I'm not very timid. So if you're not really adventurous, and I think even timid people could do it, you just will learn the ropes as you go. But I'm going to tell you the things that are really positive and a few things that are not so positive. The first thing about the RV lifestyle, if you've ever gone camping, you know you can leave all your stuff at your camp, go out fishing for the day, come back, nothing's been messed with. It's the same way in an RV community if you pick and choose wisely. Just check the reviews, really go and talk to the people before you move there. I have not had any issues with theft or any way of feeling unsafe. There are a lot of nosy people in RV parks because, like my last video, I talked about how people are bored and they're lonely. Those same people generally know everything going on in the park. So somebody's not really going to want to come up to an RV and try to break the door open when all the other RVs are stacked pretty close together. Somebody's going to hear it, somebody's going to see it. So that's a number one, especially if you're a single female. I have never felt uncomfortable in any of the RV parks I have been in. Number two, well, before I go to number two, you need to really check out the park. I like to go ahead or have somebody that I know that's already there or whatever tell me about the park, because when I started out, I was in a park with really small yard. I had a different dog and I barely had room for it to go in a little area. So yard size, lot size is important for me. Right now I have a pretty good, it's like 13 feet wide, my yard area, and then more than the length of my camper, which is at 36 foot. So I would say it's like 13 by 45. So Jeffrey has plenty of room. My flowers and my vegetables and my herbs have plenty of room. So it's great all the way around. But for you, that might not be an issue. Just maybe take a pen and paper, write down the things that you want out of an RV park and look for that. So on to number two, after safety, is it's so cheap to live in an RV park. Now, again, you'll have to check around and call ahead, go ahead before you settle on a place. But where I'm living at right now, I'm out in the middle of nowhere in the piney woods of East Texas, just nature all around, and it's $375 a month, and that includes everything but your internet. That includes your electric and your water and your trash pickup. And if you live on the other side of the park, right in the front by the office, you can actually get internet. I will tell you, internet is an issue in most parks. Even when they say they have internet, you get there and find out that only this spot or that little section really gets it. So plan ahead to take care of your own internet. Me personally, I have a little Wi-Fi box that's like, I want to say $70 a month. and you can take it anywhere, and as long as you've got cell phone signal, you've got internet. So that's number 2. Number 3, you will have friends in an RV park if you want them. It's not like living in a neighborhood where you never know your neighbors. In an RV park, generally people are outside cooking, raking, walking. In some RV parks I've been in, they have community centers that they open in at daybreak and they close at night. And so that's generally a congregating area. They usually have coffee, and it's just a donation if you want to donate. If you drink the last cup, you make the next pot, that kind of thing. But there'll be people there. A lot of times they're there to get the Wi-Fi, so they'll be there working on their laptop, or there'll be people playing cards, people just drinking coffee and visiting. So if you kind of want company, you just go to the community center and see what's going on. Some parks have scheduled activities, etc. Some parks have swimming pools, and that's a big draw for people. Even if you don't want to swim, maybe you don't want to be seen in a swimsuit at this age. You can just go in your shorts and t-shirt and go sit by the pool and see what's going on, visit with people there. But depending on the park, where I live right now, not many people sit outside because it's pretty much all full-timers. Every now and then, like right now, it's Memorial Weekend, so we'll get people that are just coming out here for the lake, and then now it's storming, so it kind of ruined their weekend, but maybe it'll clear up. Anyway, if you have like tourist spots around the park, then you'll get people that come in just for that, like for the weekend or the week or the summer. But pretty much, again, like with safety, like with price, you just need to check it out and see what amenities they have, if amenities are important to you. Now, another thing is your RV. I love my RV, and I've been in the same one. It's an old RV. It's a 2001, but it was $10,000 in 2015. And then I've just redone, I've painted, I've changed out the furniture. I'll link to that video on my other channel. I did a walkthrough and I showed like the before and after of each section, what I did. But it's well been worth the $10,000. And it's a well-built camper. It's a Keystone, Montana. And the newer ones, I'm not so sure. A lot of people are complaining about the newer ones. So again, it's something that you'll need to do some research on. Look for what's important for you, size, slide outs or no slide outs. It's not really that complicated if you just go to an RV dealer and look around, look at the different. Do you want a toy hauler? Do you want a fifth wheel? Do you want a little tiny, easy to pull? Like my camper is a big fifth wheel, and I don't pull it. I drive a Kia, a little Kia Soul. So I pay someone to move it every time I move. And I don't move like every week. I've been at this park, I think, 4 years. My last 2 parks before that, about a year. Park before that, like 3 years. You know, you just go and see how you're liking it, and that's the great thing. Another great thing about the RV life, you have wheels on your house. So if you get to a park and you find out, this is not really what I was hoping for, it's not how they explained it, you have wheels. So just like that, you could be in a new neighborhood. The first time I moved my camper, I was in the city because I was still working. So I was in Houston, and I moved out to the country, and when I came in after my camper got set up in my new spot, I said, wow, just like that, I'm in a whole new neighborhood. But all my stuff is still here, and it's all, everything inside is still the same. It just got new neighbors. So that's an exciting part about it. Another thing that you can do if you want to live for free in an RV park and you don't have a problem about doing a little bit of work, like you'll sit in a guard shack or you'll ride a golf cart around and see if people have questions. It's simple jobs. Now they do have more advanced jobs like electrical work or landscaping. You just have to check around about it. But I've done that at 2 different parks. I did it at Jellystone Park one summer so that my granddaughter could come there. And it turned out my oldest daughter loved it as much as my granddaughter did. My granddaughter was 3. And anyway, they had a little catch and release fishing pond. They had outdoor movie theater. They had a water park inside. It was not a bad job. And they gave you a golf cart. They gave you your spot for free. They gave you a discount on propane. They gave you money for laundry. And I think we got paid $7 an hour. This is back when I very first got my camper, shortly after, so I don't remember exactly. And there are different Jellystone parks, so it's probably different at the different parks. But there's a whole thing you can search online for work camping jobs. Just say work camping. You can sign up for the email. It's divided up by state. They'll send it to you. In fact, I still get it after all these years. I've never canceled it because you never know when you might just want to up and go do that. But if you're really on a budget, you could live for free and just, put in, I think when you're single, it's 20 hours a week. When it's a couple, it's 24 hours a week, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. But if you have any kind of questions about anything about RVing, like I said, I've been doing it for 11 years, so I may know the answer. Someone in the comments might know the answer, or I might be able to find you the answer. So don't be shy. If you have a question, just put it out there. And if you want to travel, of course, if you have a way to pull it, you know how to pull it. You got a big dually or whatever and a big camper and you just want to go travel around. Obviously, that's what RVs are for. But I really wanted to talk to you, the single ladies that are kind of nervous about trying to do it on their own. It's really the life to me. I wouldn't change it. If I hit the lottery tomorrow, I wouldn't go buy a big house. But I probably would buy a new camper. So that's kind of all I wanted to say about it. I want people to know that's an option. A lot of people, your husband passes and you've got this big house and the kids are not really living close anymore and you're just hanging on to it, but you're struggling. You got the property taxes, that big electric bill, all of that. And for what? When you get into living tiny, like in an RV, you realize you really don't need all that stuff. I think I have like 4 pans. I have more cabinet space than I really need. So I have weird stuff in my kitchen cabinets because I realized I don't need all that stuff. You don't need 20 coffee cups. If you plan on having company for coffee, save 4. I think I have 3. And they don't match because they're 3 that I really like. And I use good dishes, but I don't have 5 sets of dishes. I have 1 set of adorable china, and I use it. But I don't have a big Christmas stash because, you know, you're in your camper. My kids have come for Christmas to my camper, but generally they all live over by Houston. They live that direction. So it's not fair for all of them to drive to me. So I go to one of their houses, and all I do is bring a couple dishes and the gifts. You know, I bring whatever. Sometimes I cook something there, or I cook it and I bring it. But it's a lot easier and nicer. I mean, I do stay and help clean up, but, you know, you don't have to decorate and all that. It's a different life than you had before. But I embrace it and I love it. So I hope it gives you some thoughts about it and gets you maybe looking in that direction, because it's a happy way to live, and it's affordable. So that's it for today, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.